Friends, during my workshops, I often get this question on anger as to how to control anger, whether anger is good or anger is bad. Let us think together. Before I tell you techniques of managing anger, let us first examine as to what is anger. Basically, anger is an emotion, and an emotion is nothing but an energy in motion. As all forms of energy find its basis in consciousness, finds its source in consciousness, we can also say that anger is nothing but the movement of consciousness. Let me try to define anger. For me, anger is a movement of consciousness within oneself while one remains unconscious to this process. Let me repeat it. Anger is a movement of consciousness within oneself while one remains unconscious to this process. Now look from another angle. What is the genesis of anger? Why the anger is generated within oneself? At a practical level, why we get angry? Why one gets angry? Anger is nothing but one's reaction to the gap which is there in one expected outcome of the situation and actual outcome of it. For an example, I expected something out of a situation and the real outcome is much less than that or even contrary to it. Then there is a reaction to this. This precisely how we become angry. It is our reaction to the difference between the reality and our expectation. Please see this clearly, because seeing is knowing and knowledge applied is cure. People also ask whether anger is good or it is bad. I would say, being an inherent human emotion, we can't label it in terms of good or bad. It is always present in us in an unmanifest form. See this clearly. Anger is always present like a seed in us. Some of us may get angry easily and some may have certain degree of control over it. Like any other form of energy, we can't say whether anger is good or it is bad. Like we can't say whether knife is good or bad. It is how we use it. One may use a knife to hurt someone, or one may use to help someone or to heal someone, like the surgeon does. How he operates the surgery, he does the surgery, performs the surgery on a patient with the same knife. Let us also see how many types of anger are there. More often than not, anger is a product of one's unconscious. That is why people find it difficult to control it. Such an anger can be called unconscious anger, or a reactive anger, or even a blind anger. Which is why they say anger is just one letter short of danger. There is another form of anger which is conscious anger, which I say anger with an I, which I say responsive anger. What happens in this anger? Even though this anger is also spontaneous, it is not reactive but responsive. It is anger with certain mindfulness. This kind of anger is pervaded by love, a sense of direction, understanding and compassion, for that is the core emotion in the heart of the person wielding this kind of anger. People also ask me, what are the techniques of controlling anger? There can be many techniques, friends, to control the anger. I put all of them into two broad categories. One I call cognitive anger, cognitive techniques, like the way we are discussing. Reflecting on why the anger happens, what is anger, because seeing itself is a form of correction. So this process is called cognitive. There is another process called process-oriented. As far as the process is concerned, doing certain pranayams or meditation like Anapanasati, Anulom Vilom for 15 minutes regularly will equip a person to control one's anger, will calm one's mind, will relax a person, will make him less reactive. And it is very much mandated for all of us, because there are a lot of situations which differ from what I expect. Now, in order to control anger or manage anger more creatively, I also dwell a little deeply in my workshops. You can join me in one of my workshops and know it for sure in a more intimate manner, in a more pragmatic manner. May God bless you.